What's up, guys? I'm coming to you live from Springfield, Massachusetts, the South End, East Coast, West Side of Mass. You already know. Welcome out to my show, our show. He's not here, Reverend Ken, straight out of Springfield. So it's been a while, and I'm glad to be back. I do already miss Rev Ken. We kind of bounce off each other, but he's out doing some outreach work today. God bless him, and he's really my brother in Christ. He's a very anointed guy who has a calling, and he won't be stopped. That's what the Lord called him to do. Called us all to do, really, to spread the gospel everywhere. So I pray that Brother Ken stays safe today as he's out in downtown Springfield doing his outreach work and whatnot. And I need to come up with a topic for today, and I'm freezing up. I wanted to touch on some stuff pertaining to being an artist, pertaining to persevering in life, pertaining to overcoming obstacles, understanding that not everyone is going to like you, not everyone is going to like your art. Actually, as a believer, it doesn't make things easier necessarily. It actually can make things more difficult. As believers and bearing the cross, you actually are going to suffer. I hate to tell you. But, it's really a concept I've had to work on. It's not an easy pill to swallow. There is a way to... What's up? There's a way to look at that suffering positively. I've always said since I was a really young man, that expression, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's always been... It just stuck with me, right? And the thing is, that's like a high school thing. It was in my yearbook, blah, blah, blah. Look it up. Look it up on my wiki. Still working on it. But you know what I mean? I didn't actually know how much pain, you know what I mean? How much horrible pain I would endure to make me stronger. But, through the suffering comes strength. Through the suffering can get you closer to God. What you have to understand is when you get into that sob story, poor me, wah. Think about what Christ did for us, guys. He endured the most pain ever, more than any of us could even imagine. So thank God for that sacrifice, and you have to remember that. I kind of picked a bunch of sad stuff, so I'm trying not to cry, but I'm a crybaby. Thank you to our sponsors. We love you. I don't know if you could see, but the city of Springfield is in the background. I'm here in the South End at my secret garden, the only one in the South End. So, for my artist friends, for my fellow artists, it's not an easy path, doing what you love and expressing yourself, whether it's through all types of art. And I know I'm going to leave some stuff out, but maybe if we focus on painting, art like that, and music, and focus on that, but this pertains to all arts and artists. It's a hard walk. Like I said, not everyone is going to like you in life. You need to accept that. And it's something that's not easy to. But also, not everyone is going to appreciate in your art. I try to tie it all together as like non-believers are influenced by the fallen angels around us, which are demons. And thank God there's twice as many good angels. But when you lack faith, you end up worshiping yourself. you're the king of the world, queen of the world, and those demons they have their way with you. So non-believers will actually attack people of faith for no reason. Not necessarily physically. Really a lot of verbal, emotional, psychological attacks, which actually, to a lot of us, including me, is more painful than anything physical. So what I'm trying to say is, to my fellow artists, never give up, understand and accept that there's going to be haters of you, of your art. Understand, you, through many of my mentors, if you're studying people that know what the heck is going on, if you don't have haters, you ain't doing nothing. So that's the thing. I want you to just try to thicken your skin when it comes to people trying to make you quit, because they will. And the salt in the wound, or battery acid, gasoline in the open wound, is a lot of them are the closest people to you. So I want to again stress to these artists out there that are expressing themselves, that maybe the music saved their lives, the paint saved their lives, God saved their lives, but maybe he called you to the music as he did to me. Maybe he called you to the canvas. I just want to encourage you to never give up. I want you to be ready for those obstacles. People will say the most hurtful things about you and your music. Basically the worst you can imagine. You should quit. You suck. What are you doing? You're a joke. We'll hear it all, and it's a part of that walk, unfortunately. But through that suffering and through those trials and tribulations, in the end, you will be rewarded. God sees everything. In the end, you will be rewarded upstairs. You'll even get, who knows, extra wings and stuff. You will absolutely be rewarded when you get out of this hellhole, evil world. And it's going to build character. It's going to build strength, not muscular, but even more important, strength in your soul. So to any artist that's being ridiculed by people, by maybe the people closest to you, you suck, you're a joke, you should kill yourself. This is real shit. Block it out. Never give up. And the harder part maybe is pray for those people. Disengage, cut the fat, but pray for them that some type of God's light shines on them eventually, maybe hopefully before their earthly bodies expire, that they find God. And just never give up, guys. And the thing is, from that suffering and that pain, one of the main reasons I do this, the music thing, is you can get that pain out through your art. And a lot of us artists, that's a big thing, right? To bleed out the pain, whether it's onto the canvas or into the microphone. True artists don't do their art for money. And it's a shame, and I don't want to generalize or whatever, it always depends on the individual, but it's a shame with today's music, whether it's the electronica, the hip hop, so many artists do it just for the money. And that's not even a real artist, guys. So please, the younger generation of artists, the current, anyone, don't do it for that. Don't do it for that. It's not gonna help you, right? And most likely you'll never get big and famous and rich. Neither will I, most likely, right? And that attitude, be humble, guys. No matter how good you are, be humble. Always know that you can get better. Okay, when you stop thinking like that, you're done. you know, and you know, for these local independents that I'm the next dude, oh, I'm the next chick, I'm it, I'm this, I'm that. Real artists who've made it don't even think like that. That's most of the reason they made it. So if you're that person that is self-centered, that is just... I've talked to people, I've talked to artists from this state, and there's certain ones that they've talked about themselves to me for 90 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. I'm saying 90 full minutes of me, I'm dope, oh, me. You ain't right, man. And that's not going to help you, you know, and that's part of the reason those people, multiple, have not popped, because their attitude sucks. And let me tell you, the top dogs, the true artists, they don't think like that. They think they can always get better. If they're doing it, if they're on the right side of the coin, of the Illuminati coin, away from them, the opposite of the Illuminati, people of faith, they're humble. You know, no matter how big they get, they're humble. And they do it for the right reasons. It's not about money. An artist does their art to stay alive. An artist's art is their livelihood. I didn't choose music. Music chose me. You know, and the music didn't save me. God saved me. You know, He helped me defeat the demons of suicide. And He said, you know, you can sing. You know, competitive athletics is done for you, kid. He humbled me. I suffered so many injuries from overtraining in the weight room, from overtraining on the football field and the shot put and just dumb shit. The Lord humbled me. And sometimes to actually learn the lessons, you got to learn them the hard way. And I have, and I've paid my dues. And basically, I was just coming on today, straight out of Springfield. God bless everyone watching. Thank you guys. The support's been awesome. God bless Reverend Ken. He's out on the streets. I was really coming on to help you guys, any artists suffering from obstacles and persecution. And not even just about that. Any of us in life, people are they're gonna not like you. They're gonna hurt you. They're gonna say and do horrible things. But I'm trying to wrap this up. The thing is, no one ever told you, I got a couple minutes. No one ever told you that life was gonna be easy. No one ever told you that life was gonna be fair. If someone told you any of that, they're an idiot. And the fact about life is it's not easy. It's not fair. There's trials and tribulations, but through them, you'll get stronger. Through them, you'll reap rewards. You will reap what you sow. You know, in the end, we will all be judged, and He does see everything. So I just want to ask the Lord to bless all of you guys with strength, with wisdom, with perseverance. You know, I ask that He keeps His hand on you all that are suffering with any type of mental illness, suffering from any type of pain, emotional, physical. And I just ask this in Jesus' name, that God blesses you all, and that you receive Him, and then hopefully you get the calling to, you know, spread that gospel and spread that word. I hope that some of you really enjoyed this. Feel free to share it, smash that like button. I'm gonna stay away from everything else, plugging the music and all that. I think I said what I was supposed to say. But obviously, thank you for the support on the music, and it's amazing to be able to get back to it now that I've finished my program. I'm in there every week, and I love you guys so much. Bless you.